Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm King Posh, and before I show you guys the share code to these two cars right here, the Golden All-Wheel Drive Drift and the Legend All-Wheel Drive Drift, I'm going to tell you there's a difference. I would use this one for open drift lobbies because you have more gears and it's a little easier to deal with. And the Golden All-Wheel Drive Drift is definitely to beat your personal best scores on the drift circuits around Horizon 5. Either way, you can pick either one you want. We're going to go through both of them, and here's my share code for the Golden. And I'm going to show you guys the share code for the other one. Alright, you have this one? Great. Alright, the Legend All-Wheel Drive Drift Tune, here's the share code for that one. Alright, so we're going to go over the Golden first, and then I will go over the Legend next. So, you can fast forward through the video as much as you want. Get to the bits and pieces that you need out of both vehicles and go from there. Alright, so I made this on the 9th, and I made this one on the 8th. So I made this one first, and then I made the Golden All-Wheel Drive second. This one has 1194 horsepower. This one has 1110 horsepower. They're both good. Alright, I'm just going to tell you that much. So let's get into the Golden All-Wheel Drive Drift and show you everything I've done to it. Now, I definitely have done this to it. I took it down the car as the drift zone. I had to see what it could do. Alright, so give it a second. Black screen, I get it. And then there'll be a black screen when I'm done for a few seconds. And it'll pop right back to normal. Well, you can definitely get more points than I'm pushing out of this thing because I'm testing out for the first time. I took it down once, called it good. Alright, so, go from there. But like here, you probably could have made that whole turn. Me, I decided to do a little switchback. Because I wasn't expecting anything amazing out of this until I went across the line. And I hit a 1.170, and it was a new personal best. So I was very, very excited about that. So, yeah, absolutely amazing, and that's what I'm going to show you guys, because there are different rims on the Golden versus the Legend. Alright? So, yeah. Let's get into this. It's got the 3.2 liter F6 TT, giving you all that power. Alright, as you can tell, it's got anti-lag, all-wheel drive drivetrain on this thing. There isn't much you can do this thing wise. You can put like this on there, it looks weird, and that, but yeah, I just decided to put that on there. And all you can do is put a rear spoiler back there. You can't take off the roof, it's sad, I know, but yeah. And get rid of the ugly bumper and just, have the exhaust exposed is the way to go. Alright. We are running just stock tire compound on this thing. Stock width in the front and stock width in the rear. Alright. We are using Speedline Course 859 instead of my TC105Ns. I wanted to make it a little different, but honestly, if we go down to the bottom here and actually pick the Wedge Sports, if I wanted to, it's the same weight. So they both weigh the same. They're both lights. So, and that's what I was looking for. Either way, we got 14-inch rims in the front and 14-inch rims in the rear. We have the front track width as stock, and we have it maxed out in the rear. Because I'm working on that handling right there, where it says speed, handling, acceleration. I was looking at that 2.9, alright? Now, if I would go with stock with that one as well, it would go up to green, and I don't want green, I want red. So, that's the reason why I have it that way. I wanted to make this thing a little weird. It's got a stock transmission 6-speed gearbox. My other one, the Legend, has a 10-speed, so you can really use it online in open drift lobbies. But we'll get to that later on in the video. We got a race driveline and a drift differential. Here we do have race brakes on this thing because this thing is really wild. I tried it without brakes. With just the stock brakes, not a good idea. It was hard to control. Either way, it's got the drift springs and dampeners on there. It's got anti-roll bars for the front, and it's got anti-roll bars for the rear. All race. No roll cage, but I did look into it. Okay? Alright, and it is light as possible. We're saving 250 exact pounds out of this vehicle. It's amazing. Engine, as you can tell, everything is going to be maxed out. As you can tell, it is only a A729. It's not even, up to close to A800. Alright? And it's got all the way up to a race flywheel. And that's with stock tires. Now, if you went with a higher tire, look at that. It would go right up to an S1 right there. Alright? We even get close to being still in A-Class? No. There's no possible way to stay in A-Class if you leave the stock tire range. So it is what it is. Car mastery for this thing, I haven't even seen it until now. There isn't really much there, so we're just going to move on. Here's the tune that I've done for this awesome points car. Alright, so you got 15-15. I needed 15-15. I tried 55-55, went down the mountain again. I did not hit my score. The 15-15 definitely helped get the max points possible for that track. Alright, here is my gearing all the way through. As you can tell, it goes all the way to the end and really starts far down the line. But it takes off. It takes off with no problem, as being as light as it is and how powerful it is. Here's my alignment that I've decided to do on this thing. I was going to run the same alignment on the as the Legend, but I said, you know what? Let's make this car different for everybody. And when I put this on, it was the right choice. All right, anti-roll bars are 1 and 22.40. I know it's weird. I decided to do something different there. Springs are 921.5 and 873.0. And then I made the ride height exactly the same at 10.7. All right, dampening is 20, 1, 20, and 20. All right, no downforce to worry about. Brakes, I decided to go with 70% to the front with 130% pressure. It really does help the car out. And it's got 76, 86, 97, 97. And 98% of the power is going to the rear. And that's exactly the same as the Legend. The Legend has 98% going to the rear. I tried other ones, but I felt like the front was grabbing too much, even with the engine being in the back. So I decided to do that, and it seemed to make it work. We'll just take it through a quick spin, then we'll load up the next one and go from there. So if you don't want to watch me drive around, you can always fast travel. Fast travel. You can, move up to the finding when I start it up again. Honestly, I'm doing this right here live, and I'm not going to say, oh, hey, I'm at this what time. I get these cars out as soon as possible for you guys. All right. She's a slider. She really is. So you got to watch it. She is a slider. But as you can tell, these gears are great, even where, the gears start way down the line for, speed and whatnot. But she's a slider, and she's meant to go down that mountain. Alright, I don't have to go through up there to that little drift section there. You already know it's good. It gets 45s plus. 45k plus. Alright. Alright, you definitely can get more score out of it, depending on how you hit that drift section. But yeah, she wants to slide. That's for sure. I'm telling you. She's a slider. And that's my golden all-wheel drive drift tune. This thing is absolutely a beast. Alright, as you can tell, I only have the 2 tunes up here, so let's go to the next. Alright, Points King, 2nd, 3rd gear, King Posh Gaming. This one says, My Car Esther Drift King, and then it says, King Posh Gaming at YouTube for DK Tunes. So, it's always important to have a description up there in case people want to put that in there. They put keywords in for, stuff like they put in all-wheel drive and press search, or they put drift, press search. They put King in there, press search. I would come up, so that's why the description is so important. So this one, as you can tell, it definitely has a different, look to it. Well, it has the same bodywork basically, but it's got It's got the TC105 ends on there and they're maxed out rims. It looks really good. So let's get into this one and show you guys what I've done. So of course this one's got a different engine. It's got the 3.8 F6 TT versus the 3.2. Alright, so there is a difference. And I really like this one. This one actually is my favorite. Yes, the other one is a points king. I get it. But this thing is a lot smoother and better, especially if you want to take it into the open, drift lobbies. This would definitely be the car to take. And it's got a different alignment on it as well. Alright, still got the stock tire compound on there. Alright, still stock width in the front, stock width in the rear to maximize that slide. Alright, like we said, it's got my rims on there. It's got the Wed Sport TC105 ends on there. Alright, nope, don't know why I went over there, but that's okay. We got 19-inch rims in the front and 19-inch rims in the rear. It really looks good on the vehicle. I decided to make it a little different, so it is what it is. It's got an upgraded track width in the front and upgraded track width in the rear on this one versus the other one. That is different. Like I said, it's got a 10-speed transmission to handle the power that it has, and it's a lot of fun. You got a race driveline and a drift differential. Here you got race brakes, drift springs and dampeners, anti-roll bars for the front. Oh, I bounced out of it all the way. Anti-roll bars for the rear. No roll cage. And as light as possible. We're saving 249 pounds. The Golden somehow, the Golden I'm saving 250 pounds. So there's that. That it's weird. Alright. And then of course there is more engine options to buy in this one. But everything is on the vehicle. And it's got that anti-lag. Oh, I love it. Alright, race intercooler and a race flywheel. So, a little bit more engine stuff to buy in there, but either way, let's move on. To the tune, it is different. The other one was 15-15. This one's 55-55. To maximize that slide, the rims are big to maximize that slide. Here is my gearing. And as you can tell, actually, these are close, I think, to the Golden. Up to like 6th gear. And I really messed around with them. But then you got all these other ones that are just hidden back there. And as you can tell, it's 374 right there. They're all relatively close to each other. So I made sure of that. I'll have to press no when I get out of this. Alright, anyways. Different alignment. Alright, it's got a semi-straight drift tune on it. So it is completely different than my Golden all-wheel drive, which is not a semi-straight drift tune. It is a wild points grabbing machine. Alright, so there's that. Alright, anti-roll bars on this one is 1-in-1. Springs are at 900.0 and 850.0. Same thing as the Golden, have it at 10.7, 10.7. Dampening in the same 20, 1, 20, and 20. Alright. No downforce to worry about. Braking on this one is just stock at 50 and 100, unlike the other one that's 70, 130. And then the differential is exactly the same. It's 76, 86, 97, 97. And 98% is also going to the rear wheels. And you actually have a top speed on this one. So, there's that. And we'll take her outside and get to see what this is like. I don't even know what my screenshot's going to be yet. I haven't even done that for this video. I'm like, should I put both cars up? I'm not sure. I'll figure it out. I think how it really just goes. It really does. Now, the Golden, you'd have 6th gear, and that's it. At least this one has more gears you can run through. You got 10 to play through. And it's wet out here, and that really just helps it even slide even harder. There's 7th gear right there. 7th gear is good. But you don't need 7th gear for this. 5th is really a good gear for this thing. It really is. I really do like it. All these gears really do work. You gotta feather it through here. She's a slider. She really is. There's a 42.4 right there. I've hit 43s, 44s with this thing, and that's good enough. It really is. But yeah, it's a smooth car. It really is. It is my favorite out of the two. I know the other one is the Points King. I get it. I like this one because I feel like I have, more gears. I can, really get some good, slides out of this thing in any gear that I pick. Alright, so that's why I like this one. It'll be a little bit better, especially if you're doing like, the cathedral runs where you're going through the city and going through the tunnels and all that jazz. This thing's gonna do it. Ha! I just thought about that. The pun. Anyways, this thing, the thing, VW thing, will do it. And it will do it with ease. Like I said, this thing, it has the semi-straight tune on there, so if the tires wouldn't spin, as you can tell, my steering wheel is straight and I am driving, semi-straight. There. Driving straight, I'm just flooring it. Alright, can't even get up to 200 miles per hour. There's a rock! And dead. Either way. Love this thing. I absolutely love this thing, and I hope you guys love it too, as much as I did by tuning it for you guys. I love this car. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Try both of them, and let me know in the comments which one you like better. If you like the Golden All-Wheel Drive better, or you like the Legend All-Wheel Drive better. I'd love to hear it from you. Well, hey guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Stay sideways, my friends.